Keep America great! Exclamation point.
The new catchphrase, the American president rolling out his new slogan for the 2020 presidential election. Ahead, what else he revealed in a freewheeling speech in Pennsylvania. Also face-to-face, will Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un really meet? Later, new details on the sit-down between the US and North Korean leaders. And we'll get the latest on the investigation into the nerve agent attack on a former Russian spy. Coming up, we'll be live in Salisbury, England. Welcome to Connect the World. I'm Lynda Kinkade, live in Atlanta, filling in for Becky Anderson. Well, unplugged and unscripted. That is the way US President Trump's long-winded speech went during a campaign rally in Pennsylvania. He's only been in office for 1 year and already he's unveiling plans to run for a second term. In Pennsylvania, Mr. Trump was meant to spend the night endorsing fellow Republican Rick Saccone ahead of a special congressional election on Tuesday. But the evening quickly turned into a campaign stop for himself. A White House official says the president delivered just 5 minutes of scripted speech at the rally. The other 75 minutes were a complete whirlwind of political attacks, policy musings, and praise for his achievements.
If we coasted for 2.5 years, we did a hell of a job. You know that. We have done more than any first-term administration in the history of our country. We have. We are doing a great, great job. We are loving it. We're making tremendous progress.
Well, the president also talked up his steel and aluminium tariffs and gave a preview of his 2020 campaign. CNN's Jeremy Diamond has the latest from Washington.
Well, Lynda, the president was back on the campaign trail last night, offering voters a preview of what to expect as the 2018 midterms come ever closer. The president campaigning in Pennsylvania for Republican Rick Saccone, a Republican candidate who is struggling in a district that the president handily won by 20 points in 2016. And so the president focused less on Rick Saccone and a little bit more on himself, talking, of course, about the big headlines of the last week, including his decision to engage in diplomacy with North Korea, talking about the prospects of his upcoming meeting with Kim Jong-un, which is expected in the next few months. The president also talking about his decision to impose steel and aluminum tariffs. That is a decision that has been very popular in this Pittsburgh area race, where both the Republican and the Democratic candidate are actually supporting his decision to do that, despite a lot of opposition, of course, here in Washington and on Wall Street. The president also focusing on some potential policy to come, controversial policy at that.
The only way to solve the drug problem is through toughness. When I was in China, and other places, by the way, I said, Mr. President, do you have a drug problem? No, 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 we do not. I said, big country, 1.4 billion people, right? Not much of a drug problem. I said, what do you attribute that to? Well, the death penalty.
The president, of course, always looking forward to 2020, offering a rebuttal to the potential candidacy of Oprah Winfrey, who, despite in recent days suggesting that she is likely not going to run in 2020, the president appears to want to be prepared.
Oh, I'd love Oprah to win. I'd love to beat Oprah. I know her weakness. No, I know her weakness. I know her weakness. Wouldn't we love to run against Oprah? I would love it. I would love it. That would be a painful experience for her.
That wasn't all the president had to say about the 2020 campaign. The president, of course, who has already filed for re-election, tapped a campaign manager recently for that re-election bid, also offering voters a preview of his campaign slogan for that race. It will be "Keep America Great!" Exclamation point. Very important at the end there. Lynda?
Thanks so much. Certainly is Jeremy Diamond there. Well, Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren tells CNN she would not be running against Donald Trump in the 2020 election. But that, of course, did not stop the president from blasting her at Saturday's rally.
Can you imagine covering Bernie? Or Pocahontas? Pocahontas. Can you imagine having to cover Elizabeth Warren for 4 years?
Well, the president has frequently referred to Warren as Pocahontas in the past. On CNN's State of the Union, the senator was asked if she's bothered by the culturally insensitive nickname and if she thinks it's disrespectful to Native Americans.